You've probably heard some version of this question before. Can humans survive on Mars? The red planet seems like our best bet for a second home, but what does science say? It's welcome to Life Noggin. It's the planet most like Earth, but is it really livable? Let's dive into the science. Mars is Earth's closest neighbor. Well, after Venus, of course, the planet is only about 140 million miles away. And although it's smaller than Earth, its day length is just slightly shorter at 24.6 hours. Mars also has seasons like Earth with a slight tilt on its axis, and an orbit that takes it around the Sun every 687 days. Mars does have some things in common with Earth. One major similarity is the potential for water ice. Scientists think there may be more water on Mars than here on Earth. And NASA's Viking landers found evidence of water ice near the surface in the 1970s. More recently, the Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter found what could be an ancient lake bed and river delta, suggesting liquid water may have flowed on the planet's surface in the past. All these similarities make Mars an appealing candidate for a second home, and both NASA and SpaceX are itching to get there. But it's not all sunshine and rainbows. In fact, it's mostly gray and stormy. On average, Mars is extremely cold, about 63 degrees below zero. That's much colder than Earth's average temperature of 57 degrees. Not great for swimming. Mars has a very thin atmosphere, less than 1% the thickness of Earth's. And it's mostly made up of carbon dioxide. As a result, there's no breathable air on Mars. What little atmosphere it does have doesn't protect the surface from harmful radiation. So there are dangerous levels of cosmic radiation on Mars. Another atmospheric downside is that Mars experiences frequent dust storms that can last for months. Mars's gravity is also weaker than Earth's at just 38% of our planet's gravity. While that might be fun for jumping, it also means that bodies would have to stay low to the ground to avoid being blown away into space. Astronauts would need a spacesuit to survive on the surface of Mars. Speaking of suits, you'd need one more for breathing. Mars's atmosphere is mostly carbon dioxide. Humans need oxygen to breathe. So we need to produce oxygen on Mars or find a way to extract it from the atmosphere. NASA's Perseverance rover is currently testing a device called MOXIE that can convert carbon dioxide from the Martian atmosphere into oxygen. If it works, we could use something similar to supply breathable air to future human settlements. But what about food and water? We can't bring enough with us from Earth to sustain a colony, so we need to grow food and water on Mars. Plants need carbon dioxide to grow, so the atmosphere there could actually help us out. Experiments growing plants in simulated Martian soil and atmosphere have had some success. So it can be done, but it won't be easy. NASA's Artemis program aims to establish a human presence on the Moon by 2024. The plan is to use the Moon as a testbed for Mars exploration. If we can figure out how to live on the Moon, Mars will be much easier. Plus, the Moon has lots of water ice, which astronauts can use for drinking and growing plants. SpaceX's Starship plans to make regular trips to Mars starting in the 2020s. Elon Musk wants his Starship to land on Mars by 2026 at the latest. SpaceX's website says 1 million people could be living on Mars by 2050. In the meantime, NASA's Mars rovers Perseverance and Curiosity are exploring the planet to learn more about its geology and climate. They're also testing technology that could help future astronauts. So can we live on Mars? The short answer is no, not yet. But in a few decades, maybe. Someday we might have a self-sustaining human settlement on Mars. Maybe we'll even build a city. But we've got to figure out how to deal with the planet's thin atmosphere, cold temperatures, and dangerous radiation levels. If we can do that, Mars could be our second home. For now, though, it's still a distant dream. Mars is about 140 million miles away. That's really far. Okay, summary time. Mars is Earth's closest planetary neighbor, and it shares many similarities with our planet. Its day length is similar to Earth's, and it has seasons. There's also evidence that water once flowed on its surface. But Mars is also very cold, has a thin atmosphere, no breathable air, and dangerous levels of cosmic radiation. It also experiences massive dust storms, and its gravity is only 38% of Earth's gravity. These are some serious downsides. To live on Mars, we'd need to bring a lot of stuff with us from Earth, including oxygen, water, and food. We'd also need to wear bulky spacesuits and helmets to protect ourselves from the elements. But we might be able to grow food and extract water from Martian soil and ice. NASA and SpaceX are planning missions to Mars in the next few years. They hope to establish a human presence on the planet by the 2030s. Okay, that's a lot of info. Oh. Now it's time for the big question. Would you live on Mars if given the chance? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to click the like button and share it with a friend. Subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell icon to keep watching. And as always, thanks for watching.